Hello friends, Harshal here and welcome to my YouTube channel, that is Harshal Scout. In this video, we will talk on the theory part of AWS CodeCommit. I had already created two videos on AWS CodeCommit. If you haven't watched those videos, then I'll put the link of those two videos in the description box. Please go and check it out. So, what is AWS CodeCommit? Okay, so here is the definition you can see, and also there is some points I have written over here, and I took these points and the definition from AWS documentation. Okay, so AWS CodeCommit is a version control service hosted by Amazon Web Services, and that you can use to privately store and manage assets such as documents, source code and binary files in the cloud. Okay, the important thing here is that whoever asks you, or any interview viewer will ask you the question that what is CodeCommit, then the very first you should say that it is a version control service, right? And this service is and this CodeCommit is completely hosted by AWS Amazon Web Services, right? Then CodeCommit is secure, highly scalable, managed source control service that hosts private Git repositories. Okay, then CodeCommit is secure. It is secure because it provides encryption to the code, or whatever the code we save or we write in the repository. Then it is secure because of the encryption. Then it is highly scalable. It is highly scalable because there is no limitation on the size of the code file or the size of the repository. That is why it is highly scalable. Then managed source control service that hosts private Git repository. Even if you have the code on Git repositories, you can also manage with the AWS CodeCommit. So that is also possible here. Then it works seamlessly with your existing Git based tools, right? Git based tools can be easily we can easily work with the Git based tool, Git tool command as well. We can manage CodeCommit or the code in the repository of CodeCommit by using Git tool Git tool command as well as AWS CLI command, right? So we can manage the code by using both the command. Then there are no arbitrary limits on file size, file type and repository size. So that is what the point I had already made, that it do not have any limitation on the size of the file or the type of the file or the repository size. So yeah, everything is perfect here. Now CodeCommit helps. So these are the benefits of the CodeCommit we are getting while we are using the CodeCommit to save our code in the repository. So the very first thing we are getting, the very first benefit we are getting, that it is fully managed service hosted by AWS. It is fully managed service. It means that it eliminates the administrative overhead, right, of managing hardware and the software, right? So we don't have to manage hardware or the software, right? So everything will be taken care of AWS itself. Then store your code securely. Yes, whatever the code we store in the repository in CodeCommit, so it is secure because AWS provide encryption for that. AWS provide encryption at rest as well as in transit, so we don't have to worry at all about the security. Then work collaboratively on code, right? So let us say for example, I am working in a team, and if I made some changes in the code and I just done a pull request, right? So once we do a pull request, then what happen, the other team member they can review that code, right? They can review that change and they can comment, so that we can as a team we can work collaboratively, and we can do suggestion and the advice within the team, and after that if everything is fine, everything is perfect, then we can merge with the main branch. So that is very good point here, that everybody can work collaboratively on code when we use the code commit. Then easily scale your version control projects. Of course, that we can easily scale up the version control projects, because there is no limitation of the file size, and there is we can add so many code and the files, right? And there is no size, there is no issue with the size of repository as well. So that's why we can scale up, scale down anything, no issue. Then we can store anything and at any time. So yeah. Then integrate with other AWS and third-party services. So we can integrate with the we can integrate so many other AWS services with the code commit, right? And also there are some third-party services, let us say Git, right? Then we can integrate Git tool, then we can integrate with Jenkins. So there are third-party services as well. So why we have to integrate with this? What is the benefit? The benefit we are getting here is that when we actually integrate with so many services around it, then what happen? It will speed up the development life cycle. So that is the benefit we are getting when we can integrate with so many services under third-party services, right? Then easily migrate files from one remote repositories. Yes, we can easily migrate file. Let us say my file is available in my local system or in the on Git, right? Then I can easily migrate on AWS CodeCommit. So that is helpful. Then use Git tool, you already know, right? So if you are a developer and you know Git very well, then you have no problem. You will not suffer at all by using CodeCommit itself. Now choose Right AWS Service. Okay, there are some use cases I have written here and recommended AWS services. Of course, you can also use different AWS services, but here are the recommended, right? Recommended by the AWS itself, because I took this data from AWS documentation. So there is some use cases. If we are working on large files that change frequently, then what service we can use? We can use AWS Amazon S3. If we are working on database, then we should use Amazon DynamoDB. Then for audit trails, we can use audit trails or logs. We can use Amazon S3. For backups, we can use Amazon S3. It could be a Glacier, it could be a standard IA. So whatever the types of S3 we do have, for different reasons we can use it, right? Then large number of branches or references. If we want to add different kind of branches, large number of branches or the references, it means that this is the service controlling, right? Version controlling, sorry. So this is nothing but the version controlling, and for version controlling we can use CodeCommit in AWS service. Then how CodeCommit work, right? How CodeCommit work? So you know very well, if you have watched my previous videos on AWS CodeCommit, those two videos on AWS CodeCommit, then you know very well that how CodeCommit work. Okay, so first of all, we can create a repository in CodeCommit, then we can create user and generate credential for AWS CodeCommit, then we can copy HTTPS or clone URL in local machine. We can run git clone and URL we can put here with the git clone. Then we can enter the credential that we get it from the security from IAM user, then add files and codes to the repository. Then we can check git status. Okay, we can add git, we can add we can track them, then we can commit, we can make commit, we can make change, then we can push those codes to AWS CodeCommit repository. Then we can check out, and here we can also create a different branch, that is -b, and here is the push, right? So everything I have already explained you in my videos, so I'll put the link in the description box, so please go through it. Then okay, then we will check file versioning, right? So there are two file versioning. Okay, so Amazon S3 also do have versioning. What is the difference between the CodeCommit file versioning and the Amazon S3 file versioning? So there is a very basic difference. CodeCommit is optimized for team software development. It manages batches of changes across multiple files, which can occur in parallel with changes made by other developers, right? So this kind of versioning is different because see, I already told you that whenever we can add different branches. Let us say there is a master branch, okay, and I want to work on the code, but I want to create my own different branch, right? So let us say developer branch, then I'll do my work there. Okay, this is different branch. If there is a third person, he can create a different branch. Okay, according to him, he can make a change. Then everyone in the team, they'll review the code, what is done by me or what is done by the others. Okay, so if they find it relevant and good, then go ahead and merge with the main branch, right? So that is what happened here in the CodeCommit. But here in Amazon S3 versioning, it supports the recovery of past version files. It has nothing to do with that control versioning, right? So it's a kind of different version controlling. It is not related to version controlling. It's a different. It is for the recovery of past version of files. Okay, then set up connections from development tools using Git credential, right? So we can set connection from development tools using Git credential. So by using Git credential, we can integrate AWS Cloud9 with AWS CodeCommit. Then Visual Studio also can integrate with AWS CodeCommit. Then Eclipse also with AWS CodeCommit. Then set up steps for HTTPS connection to AWS CodeCommit using on Linux, Mac OS or Unix with the AWS CLI credential helper. So okay, let me show you. So here if I go, right, so working with repository, no, here okay, so actually here are some, here itself somewhere you will get the, there is a tagging, no, it is not the same, manage triggers, working with files, and here is the pull request, right? Then here template and commit. So right now I cannot see here that where the tab is gone, but somewhere here only Okay, so so here you can set up HTTPS connection with the Git remote code commit as well. There is a procedure that how can you do it. So the step 1 is install prerequisite for Git remote code commit, then initial configuration for code commit, install Git remote code commit, then connect with the code commit console and clone the repository. So that's what you can do, right? So yeah, just go through this document and you will be able to set up a connection with HTTPS, right? So this is the same. Now you can also create a pull request so that users can review and comment on changes to your code. Okay, then code commit console also provides a way to quickly search for your resources such as repositories, build projects, deployment applications and pipelines. Choose go to resource or press the key and then type the name of the resource. Any matches appear in the list. Searches are case insensitive. You only see resources that you have permissions to view. Okay, then here you can see that fast forward merge. So everything I'll show you in the demonstration, but first I would like to tell you this theory part. So fast forward merge. Okay, there are 3 types of merge: the fast forward merge, then squash and merge, and third one is three-way merge. The fast forward merge is that a fast forward merge moves the reference for the destination branch forward to the most recent commit of the source branch. So it means that whatever the new branch we have created and we want to merge that new branch, that source branch to the destination, right? Source to destination. So whatever the commit we have created, whatever the commit it has, right? So this commit will be on the front side of so here we can see that fast forward merges do not appear as a branch merge in the commit visualizer view of the destination branch history because no merge commit is created. The tip of the source branch is fast forwarded to the tip of the destination branch. So this one, right, this one I wanted to tell you that the tip of the source branch is the same branch that we want to merge with the destination branch, right? The tip of the source branch is fast forwarded to the tip of the destination branch. Okay, this point is important. So when I'll demonstrate, you will understand this point very well. But for now, we will go next. Then squash and merge. So here what happened? A squash merge creates one commit, right? It creates one commit that contains the changes in the source branch and applies that single squash commit to the destination branch. It means that the number of commits that is made, all the changes, all the commits has been has contained there is one commit and all the changes is in that one commit. Okay, and in a single squashed commit to the destination branch. So that is what that is the squash and merge. So no individual commit history of the branch. There is no individual commit history. Why? Because all the changes, all the commits is come together and they form one squashed commit. So branch and changes is written. So there is no individual commit history of the branch. Changes is retained. So we cannot retain it, right? Now next one is three-way merge. A three-way merge creates a merge commit for the merge in the destination branch, but also retains the individual commits made in the source branch as part of the history of the destination branch. It is same as the squashed merge, but here what you can see, we can retain the individual commits made in the this one is important, right? So it retains retains the individual commits made in the source branch as part of the history of the destination branch. This can help maintain a complete history of the changes to your repository. Okay, so now I would like to show you the demonstration. So for that we are going here. Okay, here in the repository you can create repository by just clicking on it, and you can just name it, right? Give some description if you have, and create we can create repository very easily. Okay, so I already have a repository that is demo repo. So here you can also create approval rule template. It means that before the merge of the branch to the main source branch to the main branch or destination branch, you need to add some approval, right? There at least you do I mean the approval is needed. Just because I'm doing the change and everything and I already merged it, that is not gonna happen, right? So this is not the right thing that we have to do. So what happened, there is some approval is needed, so we can actually add some approval here, right? We can we need approval of the manager or the senior person, senior guy in the team, so that's why it is required. Okay, just click on a repository, and here now just click on that repository, and here I can see a lot of options enabled. So here is the code. Okay, so in the directory you can see a number of codes, number of files, right? This is the master branch. Okay, there is another branch that is development branch. You can also create multiple branch. Okay, then we can create a pull request as well. So but I will show you later about, I'll talk about that later. Okay, so here in the pull request you can see here is the open pull request. Whatever the pull request is open, you can see, right? If I click here the pull request, there is no pull request. Okay, so here is the all pull request, the pull request that is already created. Okay, so here you can see this is merged. Okay, so this pull request already merged. And close pull request, what is the close pull request? So this is the close pull request because it is already merged and it is closed. So here are so many options about pull request, you can go and check. Then we can create the pull request. How can we create the pull request? Just click on it, and let us say I want to merge that development branch, right? The development branch with the master branch. Master branch is the main branch, right? So I can merge with the master branch, and then we can compare. So once we start the compare, it is showing that the source and destination branches both reference the same commit as their head commit. So it means that both are the same. There is nothing to merge. Okay, there is no difference between these two codes. So what I do, I just go to the code and I just make a simple change that here I am editing the code. Oh, again it is taking too much time. Okay, so let us say here is the congrats, right? So what I'm doing here, congratulations, but let me, oh sorry, I want to change that developer code, right? Development code. congratulations. Okay, now we can write here who has made change. So Harshal is the guy who had committed some changes. Then the email address, that harshal@example.com. okay, and here you can add any commit message. So I committed the changes here. Okay, so here index.html has been committed to development, and okay, so this is the commit ID. And now what we have to do, we need to create a pull request. So the source would be a development. I want to merge this code with the master branch, right? Source branch to destination branch. So right now I'm comparing between these two. Okay, so here you can see that mergeable. Because why it is showing mergeable? Because the code in the destination and the code in source, there is a difference between these two codes. So that's why it is showing mergeable, and there is currently no conflict between development and master. So we are good here. Now we can give the title as well, right? And here is what we are actually doing here. Okay, here you can see we are going to add congratulation, and we will remove congrats. It will remove congrats, and the congratulation will be added, right? So yes, create pull request. What happened? Okay, here we have to give something. Merge dev with master NA. So now creating pull request. So pull request 5 has been created. This is the 5th pull request that I'm creating, right? So that's why it is showing 5. Now here you can see approval, right? So there is no approval at all. Okay, I can simply merge without asking approval from my senior. So that is not good. So that's why I need to add some approval here, right? So approval rules, I can create approval rules here. Okay, here is the commit. Whatever the commit I have given, I can say that I have changed the header from congrats to congratulations. So I can explain here, right, in the description box. So but right now there is no commit message I have given. Okay, might be my senior will he will avoid this. Okay, then we will check changes. So here you can see the change. Okay, congratulations gonna add, and congrats will be removed. Then activity, here you can see the activity. What happened? The pull request created in 1 hour ago, and root created the pull request. Root means this is the root. This is the root who has created the pull request. Now details, there is no details at all. Okay, I have simply given NA. Then commit. Okay, in commit you can see there are two commit. Okay, commit first commit, and there is second change. If I click here, this commit is for the master branch, right? So right now I have given commit message that is NA. Okay, that is in the description. I had already, yes, that was okay. So this is the commit that is NA, right? So you can see here. Then commit visualizer. So in the commit visualizer you can see, so this is this commit visualizer for master. I want to check with for developer. So here first commit, then the second one, and the third commit is this 8 minutes ago, or this is for 9 hours ago, and this is for 9 hours ago. And we can compare commits. Here we can also compare. So this is development and this is master, so let's compare both of them. And when you compare, you will see this. Okay, this is the changes and these are the commits made. Then branches. Okay, so here just like I had created development branch, okay, and this is the default master branch. So I can also create a different branches. Let us say I create taste. Okay, taste branch. Okay, and I made this branch from master. Okay, so everything, the code is available in master branch, so everything will be copied to the test branch, right? So here you can see the test branch. Okay, now git tags, we can give git tags here. Okay, the tags will be okay. Now setting, in the setting you can see there is a repository ARN you can see, and repository ID, repository name here. Then in the notification you can create notification rule. Okay, just click on it, and here the notification rule you can give the name. Then if you want full notification, full type or the basic type, you can give any of them. Okay, I had already made a video on this, so simply just check it out in the description box. You will get the link and just go and watch this video. Then event that trigger notification, so you can select all or select any that you want, right? And it will trigger the notification. And for triggering the notification, we need to create the target, right? SNS topic we need to create, and that we have to give the name of that SNS topic. And then we will add the subscribers in the AWS SNS. Simply we can go to SNS, right? Simple notification service, and there you can add the subscribers so that the notification will be sent out to the subscribers or the teammates, right? So okay, now in the setting I told you about the notification. Then there are triggers, we can create triggers. Okay, so here is one trigger I had created, that is the lambda function, so I'll create again. Now this is delete. I'm deleting this lambda function here, this trigger. So I can also create trigger for two service, that is AWS lambda, and we can trigger to Amazon SNS, right? So we can create trigger for these two services, Amazon SNS and AWS lambda. So Amazon SNS, you know very well that how can we do it with the notification. For the notification we are using Amazon SNS, and for the computation, for a little bit of the code computation, we are using AWS lambda. So it will trigger AWS lambda. So for that reason, what we have to do right now, I'm going to okay, AWS lambda. So I'll open in a new tab, and here you can see AWS lambda, right? So what I do, I need to create a new function. Okay, author from scratch. So this is my function. So okay, so let me refer that this code, this documentation. Where is the trigger? Where I can see trigger? Where is trigger? Approval, no, this is Okay, here is the manage triggers for the repository, right? So this is you will get the information on create a trigger for an Amazon SNS topic. So simply go through this one. Okay, but I want to create a trigger for AWS Lambda function, so I just click on it, and here I'm getting the information about creating AWS Lambda function, right? So what we have to do, first of all, we have to go to Lambda function, and we need to create a Lambda function here. So this is, I'm in Lambda function. Okay, so I'm creating the function, and I would like to give the name of that function. So you can give any name, but I'm just going to give this name, right? So simply author from scratch here, create function page, then choose author from scratch, then in function name provide the name that you want, anything, for example. Okay, so I'm giving the same name that is provided there in the documentation. So okay, now you can choose any runtime, that is Node.js or the Python. So I'm using Python here. Okay, you can even select Node.js. Okay, any language that you want. Now okay, now create function. So I'm creating function. So create function. Okay, now next what we have to do, we need to on the and add trigger. Okay, on the configuration tab choose add trigger. So right now, okay, so it is the function has been successfully created. We need to add trigger here, so I'm click on it. Here I need to select the source, that is AWS CodeCommit. So this is CodeCommit, and here the repository name. Okay, so it will reflect here the repository that already exists. Now trigger name, so you can give any name, but I will choose here the name, trigger name what they have given. Okay, here is the trigger name. Okay, trigger name is this, so I just copy. You can give any custom name, that is absolutely fine. Now events, so you can do anything, right? So you can do all the repository events. If you select this, then you can see this here, that all repository events. Or if you want specific any, for example, create branch or tag, or delete branch or tag, so that can also possible. You can add two, right? But with all repository events, it means that you cannot add with this, because all events already you have checked in. Now branch name, you can give a branch name or just go with the all branch. Okay, then we can add here. So our trigger is we have added the trigger, right? The same trigger you can see here in where is, okay, here in setting. If you go here in the trigger option, you can see that Lambda function trigger, right? And if you click, right, already the Lambda function ARN you can see here, and everything is perfect. And you can taste the trigger as well here. Okay, now we have to add something, that is get repository, right? So in the permission, if you go here in the permission, you can see that execution execution role. Where is execution role? There is somewhere. Okay, so here is the role, right? Execution role. So we have to add one permission, that is one policy or permission, whatever, that is get repository. So I'm just open in new tab. Here it will take me to IAM, right? IAM management console, and here I'm gonna edit. Okay, so I'm gonna edit the role. Here you can see that policy name is this. Okay, the execution role has been created, and get repository, there is nothing like get repositories. Okay, allow, here is log groups and create log groups. Okay, and create log groups, so it is all about create log groups. Okay, but we have to get the repository details as well, so that's why I have to edit this role, and I just need to add get repository. So here you can use visual editor as well as you can edit here in the JSON format. I'm not comfortable with the JSON format. I don't know much about JSON language, so I'll go with the visual editor, and here I can add additional permission. So I just want to add. Okay, choose the service, what service I'm using, that is CodeCommit. Right, this is the CodeCommit, and now I want to add this is CodeCommit, and I want to add get repository, right? So this is the get repository. I just wanted to add here, and okay, go and review policy, save as default, and okay, save changes. So the policy has been updated here. Okay, now if I want to let us say if I go here again, and if I want to check whether the get repository policy is added, so I will go here and let me check. Lambda, so here is, you can see that CodeCommit. Okay, then get repository, I guess get repository has been added, but it is not showing here. So okay, but actually we can see that CodeCommit, so that is fine. Put event logs and create. Okay, so what I do here, I want to edit that role, and here I want to refresh this. If I refresh this, then whatever the change we have done, so this will be reflect. Okay, it is updating, and yes, it is updated. And now if I want to go here and check, my lambda function for CodeCommit. Okay, okay, it is not showing here, but okay, let me check and test. If it's working fine, then everything is perfect. Otherwise we have to do something here, right? So okay, now we have done this part, right? And what we have to do, we need to just go to that code. This is the hello world, hello from lambda, this kind of code. we are getting here. So what I do, I simply remove this and go to this documentation. Here I can see the code for Python because I chose runtime Python, so that's why I'm copied this code, and let me paste here. Okay, so we have pasted here the code, right? And now we have to deploy this code. So code has been successfully deployed here. You can see that it is updating and now done, right? So if I want to check whether our code is successfully deployed and it's working fine and it will trigger or not, so that's why I go to here in the trigger, right, in the setting, and here in trigger you can see. Okay, simply click on it, and I just want to test trigger. It has to trigger. Okay, now you can check that the message was delivered or the AWS lambda function was called. Okay, so here AWS lambda function was called. So how do I come to know that whether it is called or not? Okay, so in that case what we have to do, just need to go here and you can see that monitor. If I click on that monitor, we can see the logs, or we can view logs in the log watch. So what I do, I just go in the log cloud watch. Okay, here you can see the log group. So so at right now this is 12:18. so here is the 12:17. I had tested the trigger. I tried to trigger lambda function, so I just click on it, and here you can see, right, it start at 12:17. okay, and yes, it start triggering. So okay, right now it is 12:18. okay, so again I would like to start. I would like to test trigger. So where it is, so here is, so simply I click on test trigger again. Okay, so this is the time 12:19. okay, so let me check in the CloudWatch, right? So now click on it, and here you can see here, right, on 18 and 19. okay, some we were just clicked on the pinch of 18 and 19. It means that some task performed during that 18 and 19 minute, okay, in between. So here 19 and 18:30 to 19. okay, so yeah, it starts triggering. okay, so everything is fine here. And okay, let's go and check with the documentation here. Okay, now there is three-way merge that I want to show you. So for that reason, here is the pull request, and okay, okay, here is the pull request. Just click on that fifth pull request, and here is the option of merge. okay, you can either close pull request. This pull request will be abort. okay, it will be aborted, or you can simply merge. So if I merge, then there is a three option you will get, that is fast forward merge, right, then squash and merge, and three-way merge. Fast forward merge means this is the destination merge, and this is the source merge. So the commits will be as usual, right? So first commit, second commit, third commit, fourth commit. So that's kind of commit you will get here. Squash and merge, it means that the here you can see that this is the source, right? So so here you can see both the commit in the source, right? So both the commits is in one commit, right? Change to one commit, and here also both the commits is in one commit, but here we can retain both the old commits, right, in the source. So that is it. Okay, and here if you click here, then delete source branch development after merging. So if you want to delete the development branch, then you can check it. Okay, otherwise uncheck it. Okay, so here if you do that, merge pull request, so okay, you can just select any one of three and it will merge according to them. So development has been merged into master, right? So this happened. Now next, integration with other AWS services. So there are these are the services. At least you should know what are the services we can integrate with the AWS CodeCommit. Okay, so these are the AWS services which can easily integrate with CodeCommit. So AWS Amplify, AWS Cloud9, CloudFormation, CloudTrail, CloudWatch Events, CodeBuild, CodeGuru Reviewer, Code Pipeline, CodeStar, Elastic Beanstalk, KMS, Key Management Service, Lambda, and SNS, that is Simple Notification Service. Now there is a tagging repository. We can give tag to the repository. So simply if I go here and go to setting, there is a repository tag, and we can add just like that. Okay, so I can also edit, and here I can add the tag, or I can edit the existing tag, right? We can do where is okay, so there is a key value pair that we are using. Okay, and okay, now next one is manage trigger. So you know very well now how can we manage trigger, how can we trigger AWS Lambda function as well as Amazon SNS topic. Now Amazon CodeGuru Reviewer. Okay, this is quite new. So Amazon CodeGuru Reviewer, so let's read this this theory part. So Amazon CodeGuru Reviewer is an automated code review service that uses program analysis and machine learning to detect common issues and recommended fixes in your Java or Python code. If any bugs or something mismatch is happen in that Java or Python language code, so it will show you, it will fix that code. Okay, so that is Amazon CodeGuru, right? It is a reviewer. Okay, is an automated review service. So it is basically automated review service. When you associate a repository with the CodeGuru Reviewer, CodeGuru Reviewer creates a service linked role that allows CodeGuru Reviewer to analyze code in all pull requests created after the association made. Okay, so whatever the mistakes done in Python or Java code, so in that case we have to any code that is written in Java and Python, then in that case what we have to do, we simply have to associate a CodeGuru Reviewer to our repository. So how can we do it? Let me tell you. So here in the setting option itself, there is a Amazon CodeGuru Reviewer. Okay, so of course we do have a repository, that is demo repo. So I associate with the repository. Okay, so it will take up to 10 minutes, and then it will start reviewing the code. Okay, so it will eventually associate it with the repository, so it will take some time. Okay, it is associating now. Okay, so we will go and go to our, okay, so this is the last topic, that is also Amazon CodeGuru reviewer. So I hope that you understood this topic as well. And here it is still pending and it is associating. It will take a lot of time. So right now we are in the end of this this slide. So thank you so much guys for watching my video. Have a good day. Bye.